Yes, so the Fulton County District Attorney's Office has been cross-examining Mark Meadows for about an hour now, and what they're trying to do is they are trying to show the federal judge that Mark Meadows was not acting in his official capacity as White House Chief of Staff when he allegedly helped the Trump campaign in its efforts after the 2020 election to undermine the transfer of power from Trump to Joe Biden in those weeks where the Trump campaign was alleging voter fraud and miscounted votes and other largely discredited allegations that were made at that time, and is sort of the basis of the indictment, obviously, in Fulton County. Now, the law that's applicable here is that the federal government's own law says that a local jurisdiction cannot prosecute a federal official who is doing his federal job, and that's basically just to keep kind of crackpot local prosecutors off out of that sort of business. But if they're doing something distinctly criminal that's outside of the color of their office, then they can be prosecuted, and that's what Fani Willis, the district attorney here in Fulton County, wants to do with Mark Meadows. Meadows entered federal court this morning with a gaggle of tight-lipped lawyers, and these folks have been questioning Meadows earlier this morning. They stopped questioning Meadows late this morning and handed the questioning over to the DA's office. And so the judge in this case, if he rules for Meadows, it would mean that the indictment in Fulton County would still continue, but it would continue in federal court and not in Superior Court. The advantage to Meadows in that is that the jury pool that would be picked to try the case would come from counties all over North Georgia and not just Fulton County. That would include lots and lots of counties that were favorable for Donald Trump during the 2020 election, and therefore the jury pool might be more favorable to Meadows and his co-defendants. No doubt if Meadows is successful here, other co-defendants will try to do the same, perhaps may even try to do the same even if he's not successful here. But this is an ongoing case with testimony still underway here at the federal building downtown. Live at the federal courthouse, Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.
Doug, thank you. We now know when former President Donald Trump and his 18 co-defendants will be arraigned in Fulton County. According to court documents, they're scheduled to be formally read charges next Wednesday. That is when Trump and his co-defendants will also be able to enter a guilty or not guilty plea. Trump's arraignment is scheduled first on the docket at 9:30 a.m., followed by the others throughout the day. No word yet on if Trump will appear in person for his arraignment.